What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Two in the Teal podcast. I'm Ethan.
I'm Marcus. Thanks for riding with us. We're going to be here with you all season long. A lot of tears, a lot of happy times. Give us a like and subscribe.
Let's freaking go.
What's up, everybody?
Hey, Coach.
Hey.
Good evening. How you doing?
GM Ethan, I'm doing pretty well. It's been a nice, relaxing week. Well, last week was nice and relaxing. Just take a little time off and reflect. Think
Yeah.
about how far we've come. Think about the good and the bad. So it was a breath of fresh air just to have a week off from being out on the field. And we got the guys resting up, hanging out with their families. They've been back this week out there, really working hard, and we're ready to turn a leaf and keep this season going. Keep on going strong. It's what we're looking to do.
Completely agree. It was really
How are
nice
you
to
doing?
get away. I'm great. It was really nice to get away for a week. To not have to watch one of those games, just coming off those rough couple weeks. The Cowboys filled my void, except the Cowboys also put on an S show. So
Yeah, that was tough.
so overall, it was a good week. I do have some reflections after having a bye week, but before I do that, the big piece of news was Diana Rossini tweeted that the Jaguars are, quote, taking calls on Brian Thomas Jr. Now, she did clarify, even if a deal is unlikely, she did add that point to it. But Marcus, sometimes, and other people can relate to this, but they say comparison is the thief of joy. And sometimes I'll be sitting there working, whatever. You check your phone real quick, and you'll see some person who is what people call influencer or content creator, and they are adding nothing to society. They don't do anything. They add no output to the economy, nothing. But then you'll also see that they make six figures through content creation. And so sometimes I just sit there going like, God, am I a sucker? I mean, here I am working, putting something out in the world that's driving things forward. And they're just sitting there, dying, and they're making more money than I am. And so you can start to feel resentful, and you can feel a little bit like, man, F them. They don't deserve it, whatever. I feel the exact same way about NFL insider reporting a lot of the time, where there was the Brian Thomas Jr. thing. What probably happened is some guy on some team called some guy on the Jaguars and said, hey, you guys aren't interested. You wouldn't want to move off him, would you? They probably said it would take a lot, but no, we're not interested unless you were to come offer the world. Something along those lines. People talk to people, it gets over to a reporter, and then they get to tweet out, firestorm, Jaguars are taking calls on Brian Thomas Jr. I don't think they were. Liam said it. He goes, we have no intention of moving off of him. It would be an awful idea. He's a second-year receiver.
Yeah.
So even if the drops, whatever, unless you were going to get like a first-round pick plus something back for it, like it just would be an awful move. And these NFL reporters get to make millions of dollars. I don't know how much they make, but by
Probably
just getting
in that ballpark.
And then I see follow-up stuff about like how these reporters, all they do is just want to be on the good side with the agents and with the teams, and they want to keep their access. So actually a lot of the reporters are really, fall in line type of people, do the agent's bidding. And so I just kind of had a reflection on like, man, am I a sucker? Do I need to just label myself NFL insider reporter and then just tweet whatever I want?
I mean, it seems like they have figured out the formula. They have solved the equation. They've solved pi. They figured out that if one bro calls another bro and says, hey man, how's things going for you? Oh, it's all right. We've had some trouble with drops. And then one bro goes, so would you ever let him go? And then the other bro goes, it would have to take a lot. Okay, nice chatting with you. Hang up. And then someone is like, yeah, I was messing with him and I threw out, what would you need for BTJ? And then next thing you know, the reporter's going nuts. The whole NFL's going nuts. The fan base is freaking out, thinking, what are we doing? What's the game plan? And that reporter probably made, I don't know, 50,000 off of views from that, whatever.
And spoiler alert, I think everybody in the NFL except maybe 10 to 15 players, by the way, teams would take a call on.
Yeah.
You would not
Why
even
not?
pick up the phone for Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, probably Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase. Like those are, I'm not even entertaining it ideas. The Browns are doing it with Myles Garrett. That's why Micah Parsons was such a big deal, because Micah Parsons was in that realm of, I'm not even answering the phone call. And then Jerry Jones answered the phone call, and then Micah moved. Players of that caliber aren't on the move. And
No,
Brian Thomas isn't in that caliber. So to be
no.
fair, yeah, you could say like, oh, they took phone calls on him, right? Well, if his name isn't Patrick Mahomes, I don't think it's very newsworthy or breaking news to say they took a call on him.
No, bro, it's clickbait.
It's
It's literally
clickbait.
clickbait.
And it
Like
works
if they
because here
came
I
to us
am.
and dude, if they came to us and they were like, "Hey, Josh Allen for BTJ," we'd be like, "Where do we sign?"
Right.
You know?
Right.
But that's obviously not going to happen. It's so clickbait and it just pisses me off, dude, but
And
it's
they make
like
a sweet living doing it.
it's like I'll call you and be like, "Hey, Ethan, I'm thinking about putting my life savings in Dogecoin," and
Right.
then you going ahead and telling your friend, "Oh, my buddy Marcus is thinking about putting his life savings in Dogecoin," and then your
Right.
buddy going to Twitter and be like, "Breaking news: Marcus Proctor thinking about putting
Yeah.
his life saving in Dogecoin,"
Right.
and then the whole Doge community goes nuts.
Right. It's
It's
nothing
ridiculous,
that gets
dude.
turned into something, and I get that's the point, but it's also frustrating because I'm like, that was during the bye week. You don't think guys were checking Twitter going like, "Oh my God, they're moving Brian Tom," like, and then it
Yeah,
just messes with everything. It's just so that they could get their clicks, and
locker
um,
room gets all weird,
yeah, and that's why Coach had to come out
drama.
and unequivocally say like, "We're not moving him, dude."
Yeah,
So anyway, that annoyed me over the bye week, but other than that, it was nice
certainly
to
was
take a
annoying.
break. I guess a little state of the Jaguars. I mean, main focus is Trevor Lawrence. Did you watch some ball during the bye week?
I sure did, Ethan. I watched a lot of ball. After we totally gave away London back to its original owners,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
before the bye week,
yeah.
obviously we were emotional. We got intense. Things aren't looking good for us right now as far as the offense goes. Matthew Stafford put on a clinic against us, and what can you expect, Ethan? What's our record right now? What are we running at?
4-3.
So, I mean, as far as records go, we're in better shape than we thought we would be,
Right.
So I can't be too mad, but it is frustrating. And I guess we do need to talk some T-Law, because I remember I was actually talking to my dad over the weekend. We were watching some football, and I was talking about how you came up with the analogy, or someone else maybe did, about the what was it?
Tractors and the
It was like a
trailers.
tractors and trailers, man.
Yeah.
And I can't help but wonder, if you look at Jalen Hurts' contract, $255 million, and then you look at Trevor Lawrence's
Oh yeah.
contract of $250 million, you you can't help but wonder, what are we doing here, and uh, where is this going to take us further on down the road?
Marcus, Trevor Lawrence makes $11 million more dollars a year than Matthew Stafford. Just let that sink in for a second. So that's how the money is crazy. 4-3. If I was to tell you before the season started, we're going to be 4-3 with wins at San Francisco, and we won Monday night against the Chiefs, I think pretty much every single person would take that. It's those
Yeah,
last couple weeks were just really ugly, and it's hard to get that taste out of your mouth.
yeah.
So overall, we're in a good spot. The playoffs are very competitive. Fortunately, that one division has the Chiefs, Chargers, Broncos. Texans are starting to find their groove. The Colts are 7-1. Like, hello, the
They're
hell.
nasty, bro.
They haven't
They are
played many good
nasty.
teams, to be fair. The good team they played was the Rams, and they lost. And, they should have won, but they also should have lost to the Broncos. So let's even those out, whatever. Crazy. Jaguars should be 5-2. Crazy. And it's just it's a tough outlook. But see, back half of this season, it gets a lot easier than that first half does. It's a lot of, we still have the Titans twice. We have the Colts twice. We got one more Texans. We've got Cardinals. We've got Raiders. By the way, that's who we're playing this weekend, is the Raiders.
Oh,
Um,
good. I didn't know.
yeah, we got so it does lighten up a little bit for us. But I tell you what, Marcus, I watched a few games, and when we talk about Trevor Lawrence, Marcus, when people start bringing up stats, what do we like to say to them?
I like to watch the game with my eyes, Ethan.
So I have my eyeballs, and what my eyeballs tell me is, Trevor is, like most quarterbacks, going to be very reliant on what's surrounding him. I mean, everybody but maybe 5 quarterbacks are very reliant on what's around them, to be fair, but I cannot stand when somebody tweets out, Trevor Lawrence over the last 5 games is 7 touchdowns, no picks, whatever, and I go, sure, that's nice, but we needed more.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm sorry, but we needed more. And I watch the Chiefs play, and I sit there and I go, Patrick Mahomes doesn't just throw for 202 touchdowns and then sail it in and go, all right, you guys got the rest.
Yeah.
I mean, that's ridiculous. I mean,
yeah.
I'm sorry, but we have found ourselves in a situation where we need more.
Absolutely.
Guys have to catch the ball. Absolutely. Defense needs to tackle. Defense needs to get sacks. Everything. It's a team sport. But that makes my skin crawl when I see, like, Trevor's doing enough to win. I go, no, 200 yards and 2 touchdowns is enough? Mahomes threw for 350 and 3 the other night. Like, it's insane.
Yeah. And not only like that, but the specific plays that we watch, right? And so those stats that you just said, 7 touchdowns, 0 interceptions.
It's something like that. Whatever.
That's in the ballpark. Great. Sounds flippin' amazing. Okay. It's the critical plays where you need him to clutch on 3rd down when you're at your own 30-yard line. Okay. And it's a routine ball that's hitting a guy in the chest. It's a routine ball that's not throwing the ball a million miles over the guy's head, right? It's a look comfortable in the pocket, and if you need to scramble and you have the lane in front of you, take it, right? And so we just don't get enough of the when I watch Josh Allen play, when I watch Patrick Mahomes play, Lamar Jackson sometimes, and they're in a 3rd and 4, I'm not even worried about it.
No, right.
And I'm starting to feel that way with Drake May and Bo Nix too.
Yeah.
Because and you know who else? Mac Jones. They just have such cohesion and confidence in the guys that they need to get the ball to, and the plays that they're running, to where, I mean, it's not even, they know based on the coverage or the zone that they're playing, this guy's going to be open, and they just get it to him. They get rid of the ball so fast, and you see Trevor drop back in the pocket, and he just looks so rushed. He looks so scrambled and nervous, and he's trying to make something out of nothing. And maybe, that has to do with how many head coaches has this kid had?
Yeah.
How many new offenses has this kid had? So I can't hate him, but I feel like at this point I can confidently say that, Trevor probably is looking for maybe a change, and so are we as fans, but he probably doesn't want to go anywhere.
No, and
he would benefit from change as far as his success goes.
Yeah, he's not going anywhere. I mean, you also want to give grace because you're like, brand new head coach again, brand new offensive system again, and it's 7 games in, so you shouldn't expect the world. My problem with Trevor is, it's like, I've seen it. So where did it go? Do you have to be down 24 to bring it out of you? Like, he had Zay Jones, who's borderline out of the league, going for 1,000 yards. And I'm like, so what happened to that? And yes, guys are dropping the ball. I hear it. I know all of that. Pete Prisco said this. He was like, he goes, what speaks volumes is that Liam Cohen likes Trevor. The coaching staff likes Trevor. That's all good. So he was like, Trevor knows the offense because the coach is getting the play call in. Trevor, maybe he takes too long to get stuff settled and he takes a little long to, change the play, whatever. So there's some stuff like that. But he goes, Trevor knows the plays. He knows the offense. Something is happening after the ball is snapped that he looks panicky. He and doesn't quite know what to do with it. And Marcus, do you remember that Monday night game against the Chiefs? That last drive, snap the ball. Brian Thomas is hitting a go route. Hit it. Put it in the bucket. I mean, it's like, why does it have to be the most high-pressure situation? Why can't it be routine?
You're right.
The NFL is not 80-yard bomb touchdowns. It's not sweet scrambles, sidearm, whatever. Patrick Mahomes has been to 5 of the last 6 Super Bowls because he hits his checkdowns. He hits everything between 1 and 5 yards, he hits the layups, and then he'll break out the 70-yard bomb to Xavier Worthy, and then he'll do that stuff. He hits his bread and butter. Trevor's not hitting his bread and butter.
No, when you can allow yourself the opportunity to gain chip yards, right, and get multiple first downs, you put the defenders on their toes, okay? So it's like, imagine this, right? Like we put together a 6 screenplay. We have a nice 5-yard curl route. We run the ball for 4 yards. It's 3rd and 1. We throw a 5-yard slant that goes down for 6 yards. And we just continue to do that up the field. And then all of a sudden, the defense is thinking, okay, they're just going to chip away at us till they're at the end zone. They're doing this well. And boom, here's a go route, BTJ, let them loose, right, on 1st and 10. So we didn't, it's hard. I imagine it's hard for coach to say, like, okay, let's take a shot here when you're watching Trevor throw into double coverage on a slant route when Travis Hunter is wide open on the deep post for a touchdown and he just completely misses it. He doesn't even throw him the ball. He throws the impossible ball to double coverage and Travis Hunter's running across the field wide open for a touchdown pass. And it's just, I hear that they like him, and I just don't know if they truly have the confidence in him yet. And maybe that's something that they're trying to build, and credit to Trevor being a new offense and everything like that. But, it's we have yet to see this offense really open up and spread their wings. You know what I mean? The cohesion and the capability that we know that these players have, we haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
We've seen them win games, but what was that due to, in my opinion? Really fantastic defense and big turnovers, which we've been lacking the past couple of weeks. So, it makes sense why we've lost a couple of key games.
Yeah. We're on a similar kind of area as the Bears are right now. So the Bears, their defense was getting a ton of takeaways. And then last week, they didn't get any. The Bears lose to, I forgot who they lost to, but it was a game they should have won, the Bears. They lost to the Ravens without Lamar Jackson.
Yes.
And you can see the frustration on Ben Johnson's face when Caleb is operating the offense, where Caleb spins out of pockets that he didn't need to spin out of. He's not hitting the checkdowns. He's not hitting the stuff. Ben Johnson, and this is all pretty much the same with Liam Cohen. Ben Johnson was successful as an offensive coordinator with Jared Goff, who was on time, on target, hit it. Like, throw it hard, hit it, throws interceptions. I get all that. But Jared Goff is accurate, fast, throws what he needs to throw. This is not Jared Goff. This is Caleb, who in college, you watch him, he did a lot of the hero ball. He did a lot of the spinning and then throwing it 80 yards and stuff like that. And you look at, what did Liam Cohen come from? He came from the Rams. Well, that's Matt Stafford, Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua, Aaron Donald was on their defense. Then he goes over to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, where it's, the Baker Mayfield we all know now, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, those tight ends, Tristan Wirfs at left tackle. Their center beat out our current center. So a higher end offensive line across the board. Antoine Winfield at safety. Like, it's just this level of roster and veteran presence that these coaches have had that they don't have on their current teams. And I think that's part of it too. You've made the point. Our receiver room is all kids. Second year, or De'Ami Brown's the oldest guy in the room.
Yeah, it's one of my biggest concerns right now, Ethan, is the wide receiver room.
So,
I mean, seriously, how are we supposed to be an elite passing offense, when your wide receivers are a bunch of rooks, give or take? And it's like Travis Hunter has kind of shown over the past couple of weeks with all the issues we've had that he is our best wide receiver. And that's a recipe for disaster, in my opinion.
The rookie is coming in and it's like, I'll show you guys how it's done. It's
a problem.
When the Rams signed Devontae Adams, I remember they posted a clip of, it was like their first day of training camp. It was the first day Devontae was in the building. And Sean McVay spent like 10, 15 minutes just showing Devontae Adams highlights to the entire team. Just going, here's the guy we added. Look at the way he does this. Look at the way he does this.
Sick.
And Marcus, go back to, I can't really go back. I have to go back to like middle school lacrosse, but I'm like, the coaches, great. You can do all the coaching you want, but it was, what were the Applegates of the world doing? How did they go to work? What kind of stuff were they doing? You know what I mean, though? Like, you look up to these guys who are doing it at a high level and you say, like, well, what are they doing that differentiates it? You need that in the room. If the
Yeah,
room is
man.
all young guys, the coach can yell and scream and bitch and whine all he wants. You need that guy to look to. You need that North Star. We don't have one of those in the receiver room.
Absolutely, dude. I mean, you can look at, I've been through similar situations like that. Casey in Dallas,
Yes.
Dylan Bates, all of
Yeah.
those guys that were a year ahead of me when we were playing football, and keep in mind, Ethan, they did not have a successful football season, but we did after them. And so they were fantastic players. Dallas went on to play, I believe, Division One football. Casey totally could have.
UConn.
Dylan
Yeah.
Bates played at Tennessee. It's like those guys were absolute studs, and it showed me, okay, like you got to kind of be a dog
Yeah.
on this field. And sometimes I think that especially in the wide receiver room, like you said in the past, they become kind of diva like. They're collecting fat stacks and they're just kind of like, oh, I'll go out there and try to catch a ball and try to make it flashy, put on a show for everybody. Like, no, I need some like certified grinders. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And so I
Physically,
think,
they're all there. It's
yeah, physically for sure. It's a mental thing. Absolutely, dude. I just wish we had, even if it was just a amazing freaking tight end, I don't know, just somebody who could get out there and lead and be a reliable wide receiver that is going to catch the ball and take tough hits and say, no, 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 this is how we do it up here.
yeah. Yeah.
It's tough.
It is tough. The 4-3 record, the Bengals game, it should have ended on a Travis Hunter pass breakup. We all know that. So, I mean, that should be a win right back. The Seahawks game, that Brian Thomas catch, that was the football gods trying to give us one. That it was tipped up, Brian caught it, but then Travis Hunter offsides. What would happen in that game if that stayed? Because that would have been, I think, 17-20 or something, like
Yeah.
something like that. And
Would have
then
changed the momentum for sure.
would have changed momentum. Home game, the crowd was so hyped. And then when they called offsides, offense number 12, the air in the stadium, whoosh, gone.
Yeah.
And even the London game, Parker Washington's punt return because of Jerry Jones, and that shouldn't have been called, I don't think. I mean, he touched the guy's back. He didn't push him. And so I get the refs are told to look out for hands on backs, but that would have been 14-7 Rams. I'm not saying we would have won, but that's a different ball game than 14-0 pinned inside of your own red zone.
Yeah.
It's entirely different. So it is just a couple things here and there. And then how does Trevor play when it's 14-7 rather than 14-0 and he doesn't feel like he needs to force things? And just like there's lots of what ifs, woulda, coulda, shoulda. It all goes back to just dial in, be cleaner, be sharper. It's all up here.
We have to build, dude. I mean, go ahead and take a look. Who did we send away? We sent away two guys recently. Tank Bigsby and what's the other guy's name?
It was Tank Bigsby and a tackle, but
no,
Tyson Campbell. Sorry,
Tyson Campbell. Both of them. I mean, Saquon Barkley went out on Sunday, and Tank Bigsby had like 5 carries for 100-something yards, and he just dominated. It was sick.
Now he had fresh legs, to be fair, but yeah,
I know, but I was like, "Jeez, man, what is that? Where was that kind of speed and agility and just?" Oh yeah, by the way, he's running in the Eagles offense and behind the Eagles offensive line.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you trade away Tyson Campbell, and he's playing great. And so part of it makes me think that we just have a lazy, laid back, chill vibe in Jacksonville where players can play in the NFL league, win some games, but never have the expectations to be great. And then the other half of me thinks it's, because we actually are trying to develop. Like we do not have the offensive run game as the Eagles, like not even close, man. No. So anybody realistically in the NFL, any running back could probably get behind the Eagles offensive line and have a great season, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's this infrastructure they have. I've heard people say this, like, they're like, have you ever seen a Jaguars team that's like sharp, clean, disciplined? Is people say the same thing about the Dolphins? Is there something to like beach town, whatever? The Buccaneers for a long time until Brady got there and whipped them into shape. And Trevor's not a barker or screamer. He's not everybody, I'm going to hold you to the level that I hold. No, he's a chill. Yeah, man. Like, I know he works hard. Apparently, Pete Prisco said, like, people say, is Trevor the, last one in, first one out? No, it's nothing like that. It's just, he's not going to be the guy that's holding everybody accountable. And
which is kind of an issue.
yeah. And, I see Josh Hines-Allen. I'm sure he's holding the D-line accountable. I think the D-line has been fine. Apparently, we're last in sacks in the league. So maybe
I believe it.
we're not fine.
I'm telling you, dude.
So that's not good.
Know.
But
our D-line is not
really
that good, dude.
But I'm not worried about their motivation. I'm more worried about just their talent. Or just where they are at this current point in time. Mason Smith,
Ethan,
maybe he'll get there type of thing.
You're right. You have just officially hang on. You have just officially breaking down the wall and really seen that our D linemen are not that good.
Right.
They are not Aiden Hutchinson level talent. They are not TJ Watt level talent. They are just not that great.
Right.
You know?
When you watch the Jaguars and you see 13 flags, are they not pretty much all on offense? It's rarely defense. And it's rarely on defense where it's one you agree with, you know? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And is that because Jordan Lewis and Josh Hines-Allen and Foye Luakon and Devin Lloyd are barkers and screamers, and they're going to say, guys, get your S together. That's not how we operate. Trevor doesn't do that. I think if a guy false starts, Trevor's just... it's not because he doesn't care. It's just naturally as a person, he's not that barking, screaming leader. And most people aren't. It's rare to have that.
You know what I think happens, Ethan, is people get so worked up and caught up in the idea of what people will think about them if they face them with adversity in today's day of age, and it's unfortunate because you look at you can look back at clips of Peyton Manning, Tom Brady. You could even see it the other night in Aaron Rodgers, Matthew Stafford. Who else?
Mahomes.
Dude, oh my gosh, even Mahomes. Giants quarterback Jackson Dart. He's getting fired up. He plays with emotion, and so I don't know if that's something that unfortunately you can coach.
No, it's born with it or not.
And talent and physical capability can get you to the NFL. That much is clear, right? Yeah. It's really that next step of you have talent and physical capability and the spirit and the mentality to actually do this.
Yeah.
In the highest level.
Yeah. I heard someone say this. It was a Chiefs reporter, and they said Patrick Mahomes starts his training camps with, number one, he and Travis Kelce understand that they're celebrities. They understand that. They know that people probably walk into that locker room and are kind of like, holy, it's Patrick and Travis, all that. Apparently, Patrick Mahomes gets in front of the team and says, hold me accountable because you better effing know that I'm going to be holding you guys accountable. So
badass.
I saw Jawan Taylor would false start or whatever. Travis Kelce gets in his face and screams at him. Mahomes, same thing, goes and holds his guys accountable. I'm not saying you need to scream at them, but it's this level of, are the leaders on the team leading? Mark, we go back to this. Dak Prescott is the captain on the Cowboys because he's Dak Prescott. It's not because he's the quarterback of the team. Trevor Lawrence is our captain because he's the quarterback. If he was the linebacker, he would not be a captain.
No, Ethan, you're absolutely right about that.
And then we just kind of have to come to terms with that it's going to be a guy who's going to be reliant on a lot of things.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. And it's there's this saying that always floats around when we're growing up and figuring things out and being a part of team sports through youth age. And you're only as strong as your weakest link, and that really shows time and time and again in the game of football. Where your weakest link might be that guy who's not paying attention, not showing up to practice on time, and he's jumping off sides, or someone who's not putting in the work to catch the ball or getting in the weight room. And those guys are the ones who are going to make a mistake, right? Yeah. So I just wish, I wish I could get in there and see what we're doing day to day. We got to become a reporter or something.
I know. I need
so that we can go to practice, and I want to see okay, we're last in sacks. What are the boys doing?
Yeah. Well, they'll post who's doing the pregame hype speech. I mean, I like looking at who's doing that. When Trevor does it, it's in the tunnel and it's, okay, guys, big opportunity. let's go win. And then, but on the field, it's Jordan Lewis and Devin Lloyd and Josh Allen who are getting in everyone's faces. And that's fine. But when you go watch a Cowboys game or you watch a Chiefs game, that's Dak Prescott and Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
That's who's leading them into battle. Trevor is being led into battle. Those guys are leading their boys into battle. It's like, and I just wish we had that dog, dude. It's really hard thing to come to terms with, just going like, I'm sorry guys, but for Trevor to be at that next level, he's going to need Pro Bowlers all over the place around him.
Yeah. I mean, would you rather have a Trevor Lawrence pregame speech or a Ray Lewis pregame speech?
Exactly.
Or a Tim Tebow pregame speech?
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just,
yeah.
I mean, it is just night and day difference from. Have you ever seen the clip of Tom Brady mic'd up at his Super Bowl, and at the Buccaneers?
No.
Or maybe it was when he was with New England. They were down a bunch of points, and so he's walking up and down the sideline, just like,
yes,
got to play harder, tougher, faster, all of it, like just going chip, chirp, chirp, like getting everybody fired up because there's still a chance to win, and it's just where's our fight? It's there.
Somebody could push back and say, well, Joe Burrow's not a barker or a screamer. Well, I think he is a little bit more than Trevor is, but I go, right, but Joe Burrow is playing at a top 5 level. Trevor's not playing at a top 5 level. Joe Burrow doesn't have to be a barker or a screamer because, people can tweet, well, when Joe Burrow plays, he threw for 375 and 4 touchdowns. Then I go, okay, he might have done enough there to win that football game. When it's 102 is not enough, guys.
Yeah. Joe Burrow is like a sleek, kind of chill, laid back. But it works for him, and his teammates probably love it.
And he also gets to throw to Jamar and T.
They're probably like, wow, look at how good our quarterback is. He's so comfortable. You know, our quarterback's not comfortable.
Yeah. Okay, let's give Trevor a break. I mean, other than that, Travis Hunter, I want to see him play every play. I'm sorry. He's our best player. He's so good. He's so good as a corner. He's so good at receiver. I need him out there all the time.
He's so good.
Devin Lloyd, Brenton Strange will come back. That makes me feel better.
Is he back? Strange is back?
Not yet. I think one more game, but he will be back. It'll be good, man. I mean, let's rip another later. Maybe on Saturday, do a little Raiders preview. But just
wait, I gotta say this really quick. Look at what happened to us the past 2 weeks, or past 2 games when we lost Brenton Strange.
Completely different offense. The blocking, the receiving.
Is he a glue guy for our offense?
I think he is, Marcus. I think he is.
I didn't really pay attention to that till you just said it.
His blocking in the run game, he can help guys in the pass protection. His pass catching, he's the most reliable catcher on the team. His run after the catch. I mean, Marcus, I think Brenton Strange is about to make a whole bunch of money because they saw, here's us with him and here's us without him.
I think he's our guy, dude.
Yeah.
He might be one of our guys.
Yeah. I don't think he played in the Chiefs game, but
that's when he got hurt, right?
It might be. Yeah, because I think I remember seeing him go off.
He started and then,
I mean, Brenton Strange is going to be a very rich man. Aiden Hutchinson signed 4 years, $180 million, $45 million a year. And you know why, Marcus? Because he's really good, and he gets after the quarterback. And
he is so good.
Look, I'm a Trayvon Walker fan. He's a very good player. Do not look back at that draft because it's Trayvon Walker and then followed by 3 perennial All-Pros. So, Aiden Hutchinson, Derek Stingley, Sauce Gardner's overrated. But anyway, just tough look. But
Aiden Hutchinson is so good.
Yeah, you see him get after that quarterback. So, anyway,
he's so good. Oh no,
we might.
He's
need
a dream
another
defensive end.
He's a dream. I mean, we need another draft and another free agency. We also have a lot of dead money on the team. Like, we're still paying Christian Kirk, Evan Ingram, Andre Cisco, like tons of guys that we're technically still paying.
Really?
You can see the Patriots are kind of doing what the Jaguars kind of had to do. Is they last regime signed this D lineman, signed this safety. They just traded him, and we'll see what happens, man. As the general manager, I'll go ahead and give this roster a look. So,
thanks, GM.
Yeah, of course. So, man, state of the Jaguars is, look, happy to be 4-3 with wins over the 49ers and the Chiefs. It's just those last 2 weeks, I got to get that taste out of my mouth. But I go back to the BTJ touchdown that was called back for Travis Hunter being offsides, the punt return touchdown that was called back for the, blow in the back.
That was
And
crazy.
what would happen if we just got those two back? And different ball games.
I just want to see a competitive game, man. That's it. Like,
we have to beat the Raiders.
Show me some competitive offense without some crazy bobble crazy catch that just so happens to land its mark, and show me something other than special teams. I get it, our special teams is nice. I need to see more competitive on offense, man. I just gotta have it, dude. So I'm looking forward to that. Even if we lose, Ethan, if it's a competitive game, I'm happy. So that's what
I'm gonna watch every
most.
single second of it. So.
Oh yeah.
All right, baby. Go
it's
Jags.
Good to be back, man. Good to be back. Go
Good
Jags.
To be Jags. Go Jags. Sweet
Good to be
dreams, everybody.
Jags. All right, bye.
Bye-bye.